Good day. My name is Doreen South. I am a conduit for spirit and achievement facilitator. My organization is currently named Angel Whispers Consulting, and there is a new website coming up soon, simply as Doreen South. Do you know that there's a difference between a fortune teller, a psychic, a medium, and a channeler? Did you know that I, as a conduit for spirit, hold my work as very sacred, and that I report to my boss, God the Creator? Do you know that there are protocols for doing this sacred work? I started my discipline in 1969, and this August of 2017, I am achieving the wonderful age of 66 years young. I sustain the same hours now as I did 10, 20, 30, 40 years ago. I feel good about that. Let's talk about this difference between fortune telling, psychics, mediums, channelers. There are other names: seers, oracles, shaman, holy people, many names. A fortune teller is just that. A fortune teller doesn't necessarily connect with the divine source, but may indeed just tell people what they want to hear or need to hear, whether it's accurate or not. So therefore, it's mostly good news, if not all good news, fortune telling. I am not that. People seek me out because there's truth that comes through this vessel. A psychic works with their own subliminal hunches and impressions. There's usually no higher source that they utilize other than their own mind and sensitivities. And they pick up impressions and they relate those. There's a good degree of accuracy in that, but does it take the worker beyond just picking up information from somebody else's energy fields? A medium does work with the spirit world, the light side. Of course, there are those who choose not to, and there's consequences for that. So a medium receives messages through them from loved ones, from angels, helpers, from guardian angels, from spirit guides, spirit teachers, etc. And a channeler allows their vessel to be utilized, even physically, for the transmission of information to help people hear. In my sacred work for Creator, one of my responsibilities in channeling is those that have passed on. Family members come, they need closure, they need help, they need insight, they need answers. And one of the main categories is suicide. I ask for the person's name and the relationship to the individual who comes to see me, and then the information comes through me. And usually what happens with my vessel is I experience their illness and or their death experience. I feel it physically. It happens to me. That's the type of concrete evidence people are looking for, to know that they're sitting with somebody who's genuine. And there are many genuine workers out there. There are. So that's the difference between these four categories, so to speak. There are protocols. A trained, qualified, respectful, responsible, credible worker does not just inadvertently, willy-nilly go out and give messages. If we are instructed by the divine to do so, then we need to seek permission to deliver a message. That's a protocol. Checking in with people, letting them know in an orientation that they're responsible and they're safe to say, I don't want to talk about that. I don't want to hear from that person. They can challenge the information being given. They can ask for more details. This is important. They need to know that they're in control of the conversation and communication. The best analogy I can give you about myself is I'm like a biological cell phone. I'm not hardwired into anything. I am created by God to tune into many different frequencies, intelligent frequencies, and I channel them through my vessel. And I come with a lot of different apps as well that over the decades have become more attuned and refined in order to support people into their greater healing, their greater awareness, their greater happiness and health as well. Soon, I will be offering circles, learning circles, healing circles, meditation circles, talking circles. And I live in Hamilton, Ontario, Canada. And this is where this would take place. Now, for those who feel you would like a session, this is successful over Skype, FaceTime, telephone, face-to-face. And you don't need to have a full half an hour. You don't need to book a whole hour. You may only have a couple of questions. You may have a dream. And therefore you can pay according to the minute and receive what you need. And then that's accomplished. So there's no rigidity to this. Sometimes people will purchase a half an hour or an hour and all their answers and confirmations are received in less that time. So they pay less the time. And that's just how it is. It's about the quality of the work. My email address is my first and last name, lowercase, one word, Doreen South at me.com. Doreen South at me.com. Easy to reach me through email, especially when I'm traveling. I do a lot of contract work in First Nations, right out of their wellness centers, their health centers. And I work alongside and partner with other professionals in those health centers. You can also reach me by texting my cell, 289-253-7772. So I'm here to serve. I'm here to help. I'm here to support. And if you feel that I'm the right vessel, the right biological cell phone to help you, then feel free to contact me. I hope that this information in here has been useful to you in understanding there are different categories of workers. Be cautious. If something doesn't feel right, something doesn't sound right coming through a worker, if you feel like you're being duped, if they're telling you they're going to take a curse off of you and it's going to cost you a lot of money and ongoing, get the heck out of there. You don't have to stay. You're under no obligation, and you deserve to be treated with respect. So exercise your responsibility to stay aware of who is authentic and trustworthy and who is not. Wishing you all the best in your choices, your decisions, and your outcomes. Many blessings. Doreen South, Angel Whispers.